left off in Grasshopper, so we created these geometries that are moving based on our attractor point. Maybe one small thing to add here is a sphere for our attractor point, and I can add this to this group as well, and then pulling it a preview, custom preview. Size can be larger. I'm doing this to make sure we can track the attractor point, right? So let's say 25, and then color swatch, and we can preview this all off and add this to this group, and we can make it smaller. As you remember, this is moving on the surface as well. It's not on the normal, sorry. And maybe we can make this really blue, you know, just to make sure we can see it. Where is this? Oh, it's super small now. So yeah, maybe we can make it larger. And whenever we move this, surfaces are moving outside with this. But obviously it's completely parametric. We can increase the number of the components that we are having all over the place. But yeah, let's go back to what we are doing. So switch back to the beginning. So what I'll be doing now, this time it's not going to be maybe controlled by the attractor point. We can do something else, but we need to sort of scale them, right, in order to have the spikes or these sharp corners and the openings here. So how would we do this? We are going to create this by scaling our geometries, and on their areas or their centroids we can use the attractor point, or we can just use we can use a graph mapper. We don't need to control everything based on the attractor point. I mean, we are basically changing the depth with an attractor point, so we can change this by using a graph mapper, or we can do the both. We can start with the attractor point, and if you don't like it, we can change it. So let's do that. So I'll be grabbing this attractor point. I'll be taking this portion of the equation, connect it over here, and maybe just wire display hidden, wire display hidden. And this time, instead of 10 to 69, I'll put 0.0001 to, I don't know, like really small, 0.25. Okay, and that's pretty much what I can do here. And then to group, and if I put this as my factor, you see, if it's close to the attractor point, it goes super small. If it's a bit far away, it goes larger. Let's make it something like this, or maybe like this. Okay, and basically this is how we do it. Or like the best case scenario probably is to put another kind of gate filter here, stream filter. So what we can do, we can create a value list and edit that, and this time one can be attractor, and the two or second option can be graph mapper. We can say 0 to this and 1 to this, and I can connect this value to attractor because 0 is attractor, and the graph mapper. If I grab a graph mapper here, and if you remember the previous videos, what we do is we create a range, and then we can say list length to the numbers that we are having here, because we have this many number of information. I can wire display this to hidden, And the steps is going to be not this one, because we are now dividing numbers between 0 and 1, right? And if we put this 182, we'll have 183 numbers. So what I'll be doing is I'll be subtract this with 1 and connect it over here. And right click to it, graph types, easier. Okay. And this is going to be, sorry, not this one, because I want to remap this, remap this values, since my source is 0 with 1, which is something I want. And now I'll be using the same target that I'm using there. Or I can use a domain component and then connect this one here, but var display hidden, so everything is completely now parametric. And if I group this all, and if I connect this here, there won't be anything changing. But graph mapper, you see with the graph mapper, now it's changing. So what I can do is I can take this, make it larger, you see, make it smaller to the middle, really small, or maybe even like smaller, larger. It's completely up to you. Or it can go something like this, because the minimum value is here. It's going to be 0.0001, and I can group this with red color as we did at the beginning, so that we know this is kind of a choice. And then I'll be lofting these surfaces, this one, the smaller ones, and the larger ones, this ones. So let me grab a merge component, copy this and paste here, sort of a data station for me. See, this is the one, and the second one is this guy. But since they are listed or contained under two single lists, what I need to do is basically to graph this and graph this guy. And now you see it's not working with the same, because 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0. So if I simplify this, I'll be seeing that each list have two curves. When I connect them, when I connect them, there is an issue due to the location of the 0. So if I increase this, it changes. You see what I mean here? So these are the curves. And what I'm seeing here is this pyramids and these openings. So basically, like the height of these, like the point can change. This can be, I don't know, like 25, not that big, or maybe 30, okay? Just to create this a bit like more control on it. And we are basically controlling the rest here with the attractor. So what I can type here is scale with another group. I can right click to this and maybe take this color of group and then this way, copy this and paste, add to this group and say scale. Maybe with smaller case. And I can take this guy over here. And that is pretty much it for this video. In the next one, I'll be talking about how we can make things a bit colorful based on size or something, and how we can unroll this if you want to unroll this. But I don't think we'll be joining that part, or we'll be taking a look at that part in detail. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.